So let's go ahead and take a look at this. The first thing I want you guys to do is find the best point estimate, right? So again, point estimate, one number, that's your best estimate. My best one number estimate of the proportion is whatever I got from my sample, right? So so it's I had 323 yeses out of 1,404, so I do 323 over 1,404 and I get 0.230. That's my best point estimate by p-hat. Remember, p-hat or x-bar is always your best point estimate. Find the margin of error. Alright, so this is a 90% confidence interval. It's a proportion, so easy peasy. So I'm going to go to my t-table, and it's 90% confidence interval, so it's the second column, and it's PZ, so Z, remember the Z table is the very bottom row. This is your Z table. So this bottom row is, the only Z table you need for the exam is this bottom row. So it's going to be 1.645. Great, so 1.645, and then that's my critical value, times square root of p-hat q-hat over n. So p-hat is 0.230. Give me 3 sig figs. Don't round it off to 2. 3 sig figs. That's important, or else you will lose points on the exam. Times q-hat, which would be 1 minus that, so 0.770, divided by n, 0.1404. Since these are 0, if you just wrote 0.23 and 0.77, I wouldn't mark you off on the exam. But if this is 0.231, then I would. Right? You've got to. I need to 3 sig figs. All right, and then when you again work inward, inside out. So you're going to find this and then square root it. You'll get 0.0112 for that. So 1.645 times that gives you 0.018. That's the margin of error. The last step is finding your confidence interval. So your confidence interval is going to be your p-hat plus or minus your error. So 0.230 plus or minus 0.018. So you'll get the lower limit, 0.230 minus 0.018, 0.212, and then 0.230 plus 0.018, 0.248. Questions? Oh, I don't have my chat up. Try that again. Questions?
Which one? 3 decimal places or 3 sig figs?
3 sig figs.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 sig figs. In the end, so technically I probably should have gone to a little bit more here with the 0.018.
Yeah, we did 0.0185.
Yeah, that's great. That's terrific. I don't know what's up with my thing here. Yes. Okay. So so if you'd done that one, that'd be perfect. But then when you round it at the end, when you go down to 3 sig figs, then you'd end up with this at the end. So yeah, if you had one more decimal place here on the error, that's totally fine. It's totally great. That's all good. I just got lazy because I was rushed a little bit. And I knew I was going to be rounding here, so that's why I went ahead and did that. But you totally could have gone one more there. I just cheated because I knew that this has 3, so I was going to be rounding it to there anyways. Okay, so we're going to do one more problem, and then we're going to go for today. So this is problem number 2. These are the 2 problems you're going to turn in. And then if you want, at the end, I'll show you the 3rd problem that I wanted to do today, but the first class didn't get to it, so I'm going to be consistent for the review. But in case you aren't going to the review, then I will show it to you. Or actually, if you don't go to the review, what you should do is you should at least look at the audio, the video recording of the review, or the BoardWork PDF of the review. You should at least take a look at that. All right, so go ahead and write this one down, what you need from it. Oh, yep, and do it. And I will go ahead and open up your breakout room. So whenever you're done copying these, you can go to your breakout rooms and start working on them. And I'll give you guys just a few minutes for these.
Professor Young,
Yeah.
for this, 15 problems of the policy process and example practice, chapters 7 through 9, are you going to be providing the answers to all problems or just the first two?
These first two we're doing in class. And then 3, 4, 5, and 6 we're going to do in the review session. So if you look at the review session, I will do the answers there. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what you just said. Okay, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I started to say that, but I don't know, I was a little unclear about that. Now, as you're coming back, you can kind of take a look at the answers here, and you can see that it is a proportion, right? And so you use the z-table, it's a confidence interval, but it's a confidence interval with a question, right? So anytime you have a confidence interval with a question, it's going to be one of those find n problems. How big of a sample? So it's that find n, which means I have to give you the error. Find within, you find the error. Within 2%, so my error is 2%, 0.02. My confidence level is 99%, so if you looked at it up on the table, z-table, because it's a proportion, pz, you're going to get a critical value of 2.576, and then here's my p-hat, 36%. So my p-hat is 36%, which means my q-hat is 64%. So your n, you're going to throw that into the formula, right? Critical value over e squared times p-hat q-hat, so 2.576 over 0.02 squared times 0.36 times 0.64, 3822.2. You always have to round up because this is the minimum you need. So 3822 won't be enough. You have 382.2, so you need to have 3,823 people. That's your sample size you need. So problems 3, 4, 5, and 6 I will do in the review session on Monday. So make sure that if you don't go, that you at least catch the video or catch the Bulwark PDFs to go through those to see what the problem is and also to go through them. All right. Have a good weekend. Make sure you definitely do the practice exam, which is just that one problem, just to test and make sure it's under quizzes, under board work. Sorry, it's the in Canvas under quizzes. You have to do that Proctorio test to make sure that you know how to use Proctorio before you get there. So it's in exams under Proctorio, you have to go there and do it. It's right here. You go to quizzes, and it's this one, Test of Proctorio remotely proctored. You have to do that, and then upload your results under Upload Results of Test of Proctorio. You have to do that. That way you know that it works and you're familiar with it before the exam starts. All right, I will see you guys. Have a good weekend. Also, maybe, like I said, maybe do your your study guide for exam 3 and check your answers, because that would be a good idea also. Any questions?
The link to the review is just the link for your office hours, right?
Yes, exactly. The link to the review is just a link to my office hours. Exactly.
On Tuesday, instead of going to Zoom at 5 o'clock, we're going to start the test
Yes.
On our own.
Exactly. Exactly. It will be available at 5 o'clock, I think, is when it becomes available. Or it might be available, I might make it available 5 minutes to 5 or something like that, possibly.
What does it say?
So you will go to your quizzes, and then it will be exam 3, remotely proctored.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you'll have upload results of exam 3. Will be after that. So you'll take it, you'll click on this one and you'll take the exam 3. You'll have 5 minutes, like I said, to kind of get your, get things set up and get your webcam in the right position and everything, and then you'll have 2 hours and 20 minutes to do the exam itself, and then it'll end, and then you'll have 5 minutes to upload them under the upload results of test to Proctorio.